Hi, this is Randy from Power Cave Training. Today I'm here in my garage because at the gym there's always music playing and it's hard to hear and it's hard to demonstrate anything. So I decided to move to my garage. What I'm going to show is a 4-part series on my shoulder. I actually have a frayed bicep tendon that they want to operate on. I got this about 4 or 5 years ago now, bench pressing. And I've had prolotherapy done, I've had cortisone shots, and I've been to the chiropractors, and so far nobody's been able to fix it. So I came up with my own program. I made up my own routine for shoulders, concentrating on both the back, the front, forearm, because all these attach up here. All the different movements you can do, and the different nuances and hand positions. And we filmed a little bit of this at the gym because we had to use a lap machine and I don't have one. But here I'm going to do the rest of it. Right now it's about 85 degrees outside and humid, so I'll probably be sweating a lot during this one. But we're going to show all the different things. So I'm going to start with it. I'm using a 35-pound kettlebell. Normally I work up to about, right now we're using a 50 to a 70, a 50 or a 70, depending on how fatigued we get. I started out with a 15, slowly worked up, and so we finally got to the point where we're now using bigger ones. But for this, I'm doing all 3 sets in one shot here. I'm going to use the 35-pound kettlebell. The 4th part of my program is structural realignment and therapy. And right now I'm looking at the legal aspects of how much I can share in a video. I know for a fact that none of the stuff that I do can do harm. It might not help some people, it helps more. I'm at about 85–90% cure rate when I work with people, but I'm not a certified therapist. These are exercises, they're not therapy in the traditional sense of therapy. So I'm going to see what I can show on that, but I'm going to start with the kettlebell, which is working the whole shoulder girdle in different areas. So we're going to start with a shoulder roll. I'm going to show them front and back. But the shoulder roll, and make sure the form is good, don't rush it. Side. Next one's going to be the back one. Try to get a good range of motion, try not to use your arm. One of the benefits of this exercise is that my deadlift's gone up. So obviously this works the back more probably than the front. So basically I probably had a weakness there, and so my deadlift has gone up because of this also. So that was a side benefit. And so a lot of it's just continue this program. Start light, do 2 or 3 times a week, and then keep adding when you can. So the next exercise is called an up and back, and you see my hand position is facing in right now, and palms in. I'll do that through this whole exercise as much as I can. So up and back, up and back. And the other one is going to be straight back, so it looks like this. It's just like driving your shoulder straight back towards your spine. And to the side it looks like. All right. And the other thing that I found from this is that my pain has gotten a lot less. I'm probably, for the first, up till I started this, I could bench maybe 45 pounds without assistance, without a lot of pain. Now I'm up to almost 200 again, so it just takes time to work at it. And that's what's called the front to the back. This is a shoulder rotation. What we don't want to do is twist the body or lean way back to do it. It's hard not to, and you might see me do a little bit in the video. Usually pain will dictate that. One big thing about this program is when you start feeling pain, you got to go down in weight. If it's just a dull pain, it's okay to do it for a little bit, but sharp pain, we stop immediately. Dull pain, if it starts increasing, go down a lighter weight. So And I do one hand position, maybe two hand positions each time of how I hold the kettlebell, and then the next time I'll change. So this one is called the front to back, and it's just a rotation one. So I'm gonna, my hands, palms facing in both sides, I'm just rotating it. Here's the side view. Then I'm going to do a back one, and I'm going to do two different positions. This one's going to be palm facing away. And this one you can't change. Every hand grip you can't change. This one's going to only have the two hand grips. So the first one's going to be this one. So you probably won't see this one again, because I do it the same way every time. And there we go. We were doing it this way, now we're going to rotate the palm in. And we're trying to pull with the shoulder more than pulling with the arm. Further back you go, the better. But if it causes you to twist, then you got to come a little bit more forward with your shoulder. All right. I'm going to wipe off real quick here because it's quite hot out. Now we're going to do position number 2. Position number 2 is the palms will be facing forward for all the exercises. So it's going to be the same kind of thing, shoulder roll. Shoulder roll. This I'm doing back first. Shoulder roll to the front. Hand position has to stay the same. If you can't do it, then you gotta go lighter. All right, then we're gonna go up and back. One thing I learned once I injured my shoulder is you can do a lot more pulling exercises than you can pushing exercises. So bench press, shoulder press, dumbbell benches, inclines, declines, all that stuff's kind of on my back burner right now until I get healthy. I do a lot of lat pull downs, pull-ups, anything you're doing a pulling motion, because the shoulder gets so overworked pushing all the time. That's where a lot of our injuries come from. The second way they come is from bad posture. So I used to stand like this all the time. And now I've learned to come and bring it back up. Don't have to be way back, but have to be back enough that you're in that good solid position. So the next one's going to be straight back. These are just little moves, but you got to really concentrate on hitting them full range of motion. Go to the side here. So you see I got a little bit up on that one, and it's just a natural tendency. So a little bit more, we'll correct a little bit more for the side view here. So straight back. Just kind of pulling this whole girdle back. All right. Then we're going to do the hand grip's going to stay the same here. So it's going to be rotate and open it, keep it open the whole time. So it's going to be almost a reverse of what we did last time a little bit. So. Over here. All right, that's the second hand grip, and of course the third one's going to be palms facing back. So look, same thing, shoulder each position of the hand changes the movement, changes how the shoulders are being hit, how the muscles and the tendons and the ligaments are being attacked. So it's very important to keep that complete range of motion in the hand in a fixed position. So this way and that way. It's easy to rush and shortchange it. We don't want to do that. Especially when you do heavier weights, it's very fatiguing to do this. And you'll see a tendency a lot of times for people to do this with their arms. We're trying not to do that. We don't want to use our arm. We want to use our shoulders. So a little bit different on that one. So then we go up and back. Back. And we're going to go straight back. When I first started doing this, 15-pound kettlebell was very hard to do, and it just seemed like it healed me really quick. I got to a point where I could do this the jumps were easy after a while, tiring but easy. So. And one of the tendencies when you do this stuff is to start turning your hand. This is the easiest position. This palm in towards your leg is the easiest position. That's a little bit harder for most people, so I want to make sure that you focus on that. So now we're going to do front and back, and we're going to keep the palm this way through the whole thing. The last time we did it this way, we rotated. This time we're going to rotate it this way. So it's kind of like the first one. Now another way I do this one on this last set is I'll change this a little bit to doing a open to the back, so it's going to look like this. Either one. You want to hit them all if you can. The more you do, the better your shoulder will get. So that's the dumbbell, or the kettlebell workout. I could also do this with a dumbbell. And what I would do is I grab one like this, and I would probably hold it like this. And I would do my hand positions the same way. Make sure you pick what you can handle because you want to get away from you, but all the things would work the same. Do the shoulder rolls. So if you only have a dumbbell, this will work fine. If this is too hard to hold on to and you want to go heavier, you can take the regular grip on it. All the different ways, back. So I like the kettlebells because they're a little bit more versatile and easy to work with, but I've used dumbbells and pinches and when I didn't have anything else to work with, so that works real good. I'm going to show a little bit here. Of an Indian club workout, or club bells, whatever they want to call them. Move that a little bit. But this is another one of my shoulders routines that I do, usually as a warm-up to kettlebells maybe, or by themselves if I'm feeling a little bit more sore. These are 2 pounds. I have 3 pounds, and I have 5, 10s, 15s, 25s, and a 45. The 15s are about as high as I go with a single arm, but we're just going to demo with this, so we're going to start with just out to the side and back. Make sure you got ceiling space if you do this. One thing that's good about the garage, I got ceiling space out here. And I'm very much a novice on these. I know enough and I'm pretty good at what I do with it, but there's much more challenging workouts that I'm not very good at, so I'm still working on them. But so the next one would be this one. Next one would be, I'm going to do the same one I did the first time, except I'm going to take it up high. And then the other side, I'm going to go high. Okay, the next one's going to be up high, try to keep the arm straight. Very hard to do, but needs to be done. Good. Now once in a while I get a little bit of criticisms on YouTube especially that I'm doing something wrong, but I will say I have taken certification both in Indian clubs, kettlebells, mace bell, and then I've done my personal training course, plus I compete in powerlifting. So I think I'm pretty well rounded, and all the probably 50, 60 people I've trained in powerlifting have had one injury. So although our methods are a little bit unorthodox, our results are good. So next is going to be down and around. So we're going to drop to the inside, bring it around. Probably seen these in some of my other videos, but for the people who haven't seen them, we're going to show them again. So that's one. So we're dropping it here. Trying to get complete ranges of motion here. Next one's going to be what they call a flagpole. Straight out, hold it. And our next one is going to be an out and around. We did it this way, now we're going to do it this way. So we'll go up and out. Try to keep it as straight line as you can. Shoulder flexibility and pain dictates a lot of how this is going to look. One side, a lot of stuff, I look a lot worse than I do on the other side. Good. Now we're going to do the shoulder round one. So I always start around to the back and open it up a little bit. But it's going to look like this. Trying to keep it in a straight line, but it's very hard to do if you get bad shoulders. You can see as I go around that sometimes it goes way away from my body, and that's just shoulder pain and flexibility. I will say that I'm 64 years old, soon to be 65. 30 years of powerlifting has taken a toll. I have bad shoulder, my knees bother me a little bit. The structural therapies work wonders on my knees and my back. I have no back pain anymore. Still competing, still lifting heavy. My knee pain varies. I think a lot of it's because I still carry too much weight on my frame. I'm going to try to work on fixing that right now. So, that's what it's going to be. And on this one, going to make sure that it goes around and back. And what you want to make sure is that when you come into the back, you're really getting your arm back there, because otherwise it's easy to conk your head, or when you're doing doubles, clank them back here. So, so you want to make sure you're getting a nice range of motion. So my left shoulder is my bad one, so you see it's a little bit more difficult to get that way in the back where it belongs. All right, doubles. So that's what I do for Indian clubs or club bells, whatever you want to call them. Second part of my grade. So the next workout we're going to show when I get cooled down just a little bit is going to be what I do when I walk. I wear ankle weights, or wrist weights, or ankle weights, and I sometimes wear gloves with weighted gloves, and it allows you to do a lot. Plus I get cardio along with my workout. So that's it. I'm filming solo today, so I have to shut the camera off myself here.